everyone, Mitch coming in for the Commander Core studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, let's talk about some dominant commanders that are gonna steamroll your opponents basically every time. Let's jump into them. First up, let's talk about Anomar, Soul of Elements. Now, this commander is an oldie but a goodie. Yeah, this commander is one that can absolutely devastate your opponents, especially if they're playing certain kinds of decks. It's a 1/1 elemental for 3 mana in Teamer, and if they're playing the opposite kind of a deck, in a way, Orza, Protect from White and Black, they are already pretty much cooked because they cannot deal with this at all. Whenever you cast a creature spell, though, you get a counter on Anomar, Soul of Elements, and creature spells you cast cost 1 less cast for each counter on Anomar. Now, it does not matter what deck you are playing against. If you are playing Anomar, they are in trouble. The more creatures you play, the larger this gets, but most importantly, the more cost reduction you get. And cost reduction is the name of the game. You don't even have to play a lot of creatures to do so. Of course, there are certain spells out there, certain effects out there that can get counters on this already, or proliferate effects to get even more. And yeah, cost reduction is insanely powerful. You can do some crazy, incredible, and yes, even broken and combo-tastic things with this. This is a commander that will steamroll your opponents. They cannot stop it. If they do stop it, it will just come right back and do the exact same thing again. It's super low to the ground, and it is so effective. Dominate opponents with this one. Moving on, Nila the Blade Blossom. I remember when this one came out, and it was like, Wizard, you did that? You just put the combo right on the card, like right there? Okay. A 3/2 human warrior for 3 mana in red. Whenever a warrior attacks, you may have its controller create a 1/1 white warrior creature token that's tapped and attacking. Already right there. If this was just it right there, I mean, being a WooBird commander too would probably be part of the requirement, but sure. If it was just that essentially effect, it would be very good. I mean, it's again like a doubling up your team kind of a commander. Again, it's kind of like Cranko-ish. Again, being able to go, oh, okay, cool. I double up my warriors every single combat. My commander is a warrior. Good for me. Awesome. That being said, that's not the point. And you kind of even, if you think about Nila, you might even forget about that effect. You might be like, oh, wait, yeah, it does that. Huh. Because the other part is scary, gross, amazing, combo-tastic. Pay WooBird, untap all attacking creatures. They gain trample, lifelink, and haste on end of turn. After this phase, initial combat phase, activate only during combat. Yeah, this is an insane thing. This is very easily broken. I mean, like, Druid's Repository, I think, is the most common one, essentially. But there are so many different ways to combo with this. Get infinite combats. Rules layers out there, I know, a trillion combats, whatever. Being able to just win, swing out, take out all your opponents. Win, swing out, take out all your opponents. That is a very easy way to do so. And all while you're doing so, doubling up, your warrior army as well. Yeah, it's pretty crazy being able to do this. This is a WooBird commander giving you access to all the great things and all the great dominating effects. Steamroll your opponents with Nila. Next up, a somewhat newer one, I believe from, 2 years ago at this point. So still, I mean, new, but yeah, I guess like now getting older, we've got a lot of cards that have come out since then. Rowan Sign of War, though, a 4/2 Wizard with Menace for 3 mana and Rakdos that has been dominating tables ever since it came out. Tap spells you cast this turn that are black and are red, cost X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you lost this turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Now, Rowan does have, I believe, what is in lore, a twin, I think, right? Is it Will? Yeah, anyways, or whatever the twin is. But yeah, not important, because the twin's nowhere near as good, because the twin deals with life gain, which you might think would be better, because it's like, well, that's a benefit. I can gain life and also get cost reduction. Wow. And yes, it's pretty easy to gain life, but it is so incredibly easy to lose life, because you can actually utilize certain cards, like Mischievous Poltergeist, one of my favorite cards of all time, that is like a life-setting card. Wall of Blood type effect. So you're like, oh, okay, I lose a life because I want to. I lose life because I want to. You can lose as much life as you want to, essentially, and then all of a sudden you're tapping Rowan, and you're like, oh, my spells that are black and are red cost 30 less to cast this turn. We just talked about how cost reduction is insane with Anomar, and yeah, Rowan takes that to a different level. So being able to go, oh, okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's cast like a giant ritual effect. Cool, let's cast like a Brass is Bound and get a bunch of treasures. Cool. Let's just cast a Threaten effect to untap Rowan and do it again. Yeah, threaten effects. I mean, there aren't too many untap effects in these colors, but threaten effects are untap effects sneakily. So yeah, cast your threaten effect. I'm like, oh yeah, untap Rowan, do it again. Oh, my spells cost 60 less to cast. Oh, okay. You're all gone. Yeah, there are plenty of ways to win from there. Exsanguinate, etc., etc. This is a commander that once it gets going, it is impossible to stop, and it doesn't take long at all to get going. It will steamroll your opponents. Next up, perhaps the most ridiculous precon commander of all time. Wizards, what were you thinking with this one? Stellarly wild card. My goodness. A 2/4 rogue, human rogue I should say, for 3 mana. Is it whenever you cast your second spell each turn, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Kind of like Nila, I forget that this has that first part because it kind of doesn't matter. I mean, it is nice to have, but the thing that matters is tap, copy, target, insert or source spell you control. Choose 2 targets for the copy. Active all of you cast 3 more spells this turn. Oh, look, we put a requirement on it, said Wizards. Okay, sure. Not really. That's not really like a requirement, okay? Casting 3 more spells, that's like, okay, I cantrip. I cast a spell I actually want to combo with. Cool, I combo and I win. Super easy, super effective, super simple. I mean, just upgrading the precon, it was like, if you're upgrading the precon, all you need to do is like switch out like 5 cards. You're like, okay, it's combo-tastic now. I win. Yay. Yeah, all you need to do is basically have any kind of like an untap effect. I mean, especially like a Cerulean Wisp that draws you a card and untaps, and there you go. You've got infinite Magecraft triggers. You can draw your entire deck. There's plenty of ways to win from there. This is basically a combo-tastic commander that's got so many different ways to combo, and it's super easy to do so. You just untap, do it again, untap, do it again, untap, do it again. Stellarly will dominate tables, steamroll opponents, and maybe get some eyes rolled at it because, yeah, this is the type of commander where it's like, okay, this is way too easy for you. Can you please pick a different deck? And like, no, I want to do 20-minute turns with my Stellarly deck. Okay. One that you really have to take seriously, even if it never hits the table until the very end of the game. Jetmir, Nexus of Rebels, a 5/4 cat demon for 4 mana in Naya. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and have vigilance as long as you control 3 or more creatures. The same is true at 6 or more creatures, but +1/+0 and trample. And then at 9 or more creatures, +1/+0 and double strike. So basically, yeah, if you've got 9 or more creatures, which just means 8 creatures plus this one, all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, +3/+0, vigilance, trample, double strike. Which means that even your simplest little 1/1 creature token is hitting for 8 with trample. My goodness. Yeah, Jetmir is insane. Jetmir is incredible. Jetmir, again, is the type of commander where you're like, okay, it literally just wins. You just get creatures out. It's super easy to get a ton of tokens out or a ton of like little 1/1s out. Just go wide strategy. And then you're like, oh, okay, I guess I play my commander. Okay, let's just picture again, you literally just have 8 1/1s. Okay, 8 1/1s. Let's say this doesn't even have haste. All right, Jetmir doesn't. 8 1/1s. You play this. You're hitting for 64 damage. Yeah, that's game ending, at least for one opponent. So all of a sudden, again, this commander is just like literally make a bunch of tokens. Okay, play this down. Steamroll your opponents. Roll over all their creatures. Dominate the table. Yeah, you can take opponents out incredibly quickly with this one. Mistorm Ultimus got an upgrade. Yeah, that's basically what this commander is, but kind of not really, because it's the exact same thing, but not at all. A 3/3 Shapeshifter Changeling for 4 mana in blue, and if it stopped there, that is Mistorm Ultimus, which is a legendary creature. That being said, whenever you cast an instant or source spell, if it targets one or more other permanents you control, create tokens copy of one of those other permanents. Yeah, that's insane. Wait, let's keep reading, because again, we had like that Nila thing, and a Stellarly thing where it's like, okay, maybe the first part doesn't matter. No. Whenever a cast spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard this card, create a tokens copy of it, that's never going to come up, pretty much, so don't worry about that. What matters is, again, basically, hey, you're casting instant sorceries, targeting one other thing. You're like, oh yeah, cool, token copy of it. Awesome. I mean, you can target multiple things too, but typically you're just going to go like, okay, little cantrippy type spell that also like targets something miscellaneously, then that target really doesn't do anything. Like, oh, it turns it from non-snow permanent to a snow permanent. Wow, I super care about that. No, you don't. Or I just turned it blue. Who cares? Yeah, that stuff doesn't matter at all. All that matters is that you're targeting something. Again, if you target something, you copy it. It means you'll just like clone whatever you want for just probably 1 mana each. And of course, certain things have like buyback that you can just go infinite with. This is an insane commander that can do some absolutely incredible and broken and disgusting things that like no other commander can do. Yeah, it's gonna steamroll opponents if they don't like know like the power of this one. They're like, oh, they're just casting like little cantripy spells and like copying their lands, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, how many cloud posts do they have? Wow. Yeah, you can win super quickly with this one, super splashily with this one, super fancily with this one. All the words dominate the table. Do you like ham sandwiches? Good, because this commander combos with ham sandwiches. Lion Halar combos with so many things. A 3/3 Angel Alpha Flying Vigilance for 4 mana and Naya. It didn't even have to combo for it to be a Steamroll commander. Whenever one or more counters are opponent at creature control, shall Lionheart do that much damage to target opponent. It's already an insane effect. It's already a crazy effect. It's already a not very limiting at all effect, where it's like, oh yeah, whenever you're putting counters on things, yeah, one or more. Okay, I say one or more. One or more, okay, all right. But it's going to deal that much. So it's not like, all right, that many, like, based on, like, the number of creatures only happens once or whatever it is. No, it's just like, hey, how many counters did you do? Okay. That many? All right, 20 damage to your opponent's face. Yeah, it's super easy to get a lot of counters on things. It really is. Like, proliferate type effects especially make it easy. But, of course, again, I mean, I was just saying basically how powerful this is even without combos. Yeah, there are certain ones like, hey, did you get a counter on something? Okay, did you do damage on something? You get a counter on something. You did damage on something? You get a counter on something. It literally just going in a circle super easily just to damage out all of your opponents. I think the Red Terror is one of them just as an example. But yeah, I'll be one, I think, or whatever the other ones are. There's a lot of things that combo with this, essentially. And keep in mind, if you just give this lifelink also, you're like, oh yeah, by the way, I gain life whenever this dishes out that damage. Great, good for me. If you give it Infect, yeah, Grafted Exoskeleton, it's like, oh yeah, I deal 10 to you. Okay, you're gone. You don't even need to do that. Damage doublers, damage triplers. There's so many ways to be effective with this commander. It's insane. And again, it doesn't need any of those combos to win. You're just like, all right, I get a lot of creatures out. I get counters on all my creatures. I double those. Okay, cool. All right, you're all gone. Yay! Goodbye. Okay, the king of, well, OP commanders, in my opinion. When they first made it, it was like wizards. Come over here. Can we have a talk? What's going on with Urza? Yeah, Urza Lord Artificer really changed the game, in my opinion, where they really kind of opened things up to absolutely absurdly push commanders. I mean, like, in the past, we had commanders that were, like, really powerful, but I'd say some of them, like, not accidentally, like, they weren't made for commander, essentially. And then all of a sudden, Urza came along and, like, we made it specifically for commander, and here you go. 1/4 Human Artificer for 4 mana in blue. When it enters the battlefield, create a 0/0 construct that gets ++1 for each artifact you control. Tap it on tapped artifact you control, add blue. Gross. Pay 5, shuffle your library, exile the top card. Until the end of your next turn, you play that card with paying its mana cost. There are so many things going on with this one. It's insane, but basically just know this. This commander turns every single one of your artifacts into a mana rock that can tap right away for mana. Even your artifact creatures, because yes, again, the actual effect is on this commander. Again, it says tap an untapped artifact control, add blue. It doesn't say artifacts you control have tap, add blue. If that was the case, your artifact creatures would have summoning sickness, which they already do anyways, but they couldn't tap for mana. With this, your artifact creatures like the one that this gives you, this literally gives you a mana back, because like Wizards is like, this isn't powerful enough. Alright, ETB makes a construct that gets bigger and can be game ending on its own, but also it taps for mana, ha 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 ha. Yeah, absolutely gross, absolutely disgusting. Literally just like all of your cards are mocks. Yeah, being able to just tap them for an absurd amount of mana. Yeah, of course you're also in colors that have extra turns. You've got all these untap effects as well. Oh, and by the way, just in case that wasn't enough, we threw this like little like, hey, like ability you can just dump mana into and cast things for free off the top of your library. Because Wizards determined that Urza needed that tip. So, yeah, this is absolutely insane commander. Probably like the OG one where, like, it was so pushed, it was like, Wizards, we need to have a talk. And things have gotten pretty insane since then. But my goodness, Urza Lord Artificer, you are pushed and you are a Steamroll commander. Time to shift gears to a different kind of a commander, though, but one that still definitely steamroll opponents. With the power of friendship between humans and non-humans, Winota, Joiner of Force, is a 4/4 human warrior for 4 mana in Boros. Whenever a non-human creature control attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library and put a human creature card from among them on the battlefield, tap, then attacking. It gains indestructible on turn. They rest behind your library in random order. This commander is super low to the ground and helps cheat things out into play so easily. The top 6 is a lot. I mean, again, you're just basically going to go, okay, attack with a couple non-humans, get like 3-4 humans in play that have absurd effects, and all of a sudden, probably get an extra combat and do it again, and then again, and then again. Yeah, this is just a very, I mean, again, once it gets started, it is basically impossible to stop type of a commander. It can really just dominate a game super quickly. It is super effective, super incredible, and yeah, it's just super scary when you go up against it. You're like, oh no, what's in the top 6? Oh no, oh no, oh no. And then it's like, oh, they whiffed. Oh wait, but they've got 4 more non-humans. Okay, what's in the top 6 again? What's in the top 6 again? Oh, I lose. I lose the game. Let's keep things rolling, though, with Judith Carnage Connoisseur. The name is very fitting for this kind of a commander. A 3/4 human shaman for 5 mana in Rakdos. Whenever you cast an end-source spell, choose 1. That spell gains Death Touch and Lifelink. If we just stop there, this would still be the exact same part of this episode where this commander comes up and I'd be talking about this, but I'd be like, why did it say choose 1? It makes no sense. There's no choice. No, it also has, hey, create a 2/2 red imp creature token with when this creature dies, deals 2 to each opponent, which is nice, and it is effective, and it is good. But it's kind of unnecessary on this commander. I mean, like, everything except for that first part is unnecessary. If it literally just said, like, hey, your instant sorceries have Death Touch and Lifelink, it, again, would be in the exact same spot. Because this is an insane effect. Here's the thing, okay, that I've learned about Commander since I first started. A long time ago when I was playing my Selenia Dark Angel deck, you really shouldn't have, even if it's, like, the best version of the deck, right? If it's the best version of the deck, you really shouldn't have, like, 15-plus board wipes in a deck. Because your opponents are going to start, like, falling asleep at the table when you wipe the board again, just because you didn't like one thing that was on the board. You know, yeah, let's just wipe the board, because my deck's not really built around having things in play, so we're wiping the board again. Okay. All right, next turn. Oh, I don't like that either. Let's wipe it again. Yeah, so you don't really do that. But this commander, it's like, well, it's just what my commander does, so I just have, like, these little 1-mana cards. And, yeah, it just deals 1 damage to all my opponent's creatures, which takes them all out because of the Death Touch. Oh, and by the way, I gain 20 life or whatever it is, because if there's like 20 creatures in play, ping one of my opponent's creatures, each of my opponent's creatures for 1 mana, and I just, again, dealt damage 20 times, Death Touch, they're all gone. I gain 20 life. Oh, and by the way, you get anything else out? I'm doing it again, and again, and again. Again, so this commander is one that kind of not breaks the rules, but like it's not an actual rule in Commander, but it's kind of like an unspoken rule. It's like, hey, don't just wipe the board every turn. This commander is like, oh, I'm wiping the board every turn, and I'm very effective at it, and I'm going to gain life, and I'm probably going to take you out with, some kind of a Sanguine card to take you out. So yeah, it's an absolutely insane commander. We'll steamroll decks just because they're not going to be able to keep anything out. Kenny, of course, is on this list. I mean, keyword Kenny, whatever you want to call him. Not really keywords, but ability Kenny? Nah, it's not. That doesn't have the same ring. But keyword Kenny, let's go with that, even though it's like only like a couple keywords on here. 5/5 human noble for 5 mana and white, but it is a Wooburg commander because it has. Here we go. Pay red, all creatures gain triple haste off turn. Pay 1 in a green plus 1 on a target creature. Pay 2 in a white, target player gains 5 life. Pay 3 in a blue, target player draws a card. Pay 4 in a black, put target creature card from a graveyard on opponent's control. I skipped that. I messed that one up. Okay, here we go. Put target creature card from a graveyard on the battlefield on opponent's control. Owner's control. Whatever it is. Basically, this commander does absolutely everything, and it's insane. That's all you need to know. Here's the thing. Do you have infinite mana? You win. That's all there is to it. This commander is literally just like you can send the command zone. You just wait until you can generate infinite mana, and then you just like, oh, okay, I play my commander. All of you draw all the cards in the world. You lose the game. Or if you're like, okay, actually my commander's part of the combo. I get my commander out. I get composite golem out plus like a cost reducer for Kenny's abilities, and I'm like, oh, okay, like a training grounds, and I'm like, okay, cool, infinite mana from there. Now I win the game. Or certain things that work in tandem with, giving out counters, certain things that work in tandem with giving life, certain things that really need haste. Kenny does it all. It is a toolbox commander that is a combo enabler, a combo, finisher essentially as well. It is a commander that is, it took over like the, number 1 spot in 5 color for a reason after Golos was banned, and it is a commander that is absolutely insane when you see it, when you sit down across from it at the table. But yet another king, and a very different kind of king, Corvald Faker's king. Oh no, I'm a dragon! Darn. Cool. 4/4 Dragon Noble flying for 5 mana in Jund. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, sacrifice to their permanent. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a counter on Corvald and draw a card. Yeah, this is an insane commander. Wizards really didn't limit this one at all. Again, like with some things, they'll like activate Eye as a sorcery because, yeah, Willow Dusk really needs that restriction. Yeah, they overlimit certain things and don't limit other ones. Like, you know, when they're trying to make Brawl a thing. Brawl's not a thing with it. I mean, like, maybe on, like, Arena, but, like, Brawl's not a thing in person. Okay, anyways. Yeah, being able to... Sorry for anyone who plays Brawl there. But, yeah, basically, this is one where it's like, hey, yeah, whenever you sacrifice anything, so, like, in Evolving Wilds, okay, cool. Not only do I draw a card, but I also get a counter on this. Like, you didn't need counters on it. All of a sudden, this can become like a 2-shot KO in no time, maybe even a 1-shot KO in no time as well. I gotta play Evolving Wilds, draw a card. Any kind of a fetch land, draw a card. I cast a Harrow, sacrifice a land, draw a card. All of these things are just like naturally sacrificing things throughout the game, which are plenty of ways to do that. Draw cards. Oh, cast a Brass's Bounty, make 7 treasures, sacrifice those treasures, draw 7 cards. What in the world, Wizards? Like, literally no restriction on this. The more and more treasures support that we get, like, the more powerful this becomes. Yeah, Corvald Faker is king is a curse to Commander because it will steamroll you. Get ready for what's coming next because it's the first sliver. I wonder if we're ever going to get the last sliver where it's like, this was the last sliver. Everyone rejoices like, yay! Oh, but it's in a future set. Like, it's a future set. So it's like, we're still going to get more slivers. Oh, no. Yeah, slivers are disgusting. Slivers are amazing. Slivers are super powerful. And the first sliver is insane. A 7/7 sliver for Wooburg that has Cascade. So again, basically, cast it off the top of your library. Reveal you hit something that is smaller. You play it for free. And then, basically, hey, sliver spells you cast have Cascade. So basically, all your slivers have Cascade. So all of a sudden you're like, okay, Cascade, into Cascade, into Cascade, into Cascade, into Cascade. Yeah. Oh, by the way, there's slivers that can bounce slivers back to your hand. There are slivers that can, just do absolutely insane things. Like all of them are basically like lords. You have all these like lord effects in play that benefit all the other lord effects in play that benefit all the other lord effects in play. And you see where this is going. Free spells for an insane tribe that just benefits everything. Yeah, you're going to just run over opponents in absolutely no time. But let's finish things off with a commander whose name I can never seem to get right. Carrick? Crick? I don't know. I always call him Crick, but Carrick? I can't remember. Like, you get the apostrophe there with the double R. It's tough. All right, 2/2 Phyrexian minion for 7 mana. But it's never 7, is it? Because it's 7 mana with 3 of those being Phyrexian black mana. The Son of Yawgmoth is disgustingly powerful. Lifelink, for each black and a caution, we pay 2 life rather than pay that mana. Where you cast a black spell, get a counter on Carrick or Carrick or whatever the name is. This is a commander where literally you're like, hey, again, I forget about the lifelink part. I forget about the casting black spells, you get counters on this part. Those are nice. Those are all obviously very, very nice to have. What matters is this just basically says, hey, every single black pip you have is Phyrexian black mana. Doesn't even matter if it's just like in the spell's cost. It's also for abilities, which yes, makes it broken. I mean, it's already like broken. Like basically, again, cost reduction is insane. Sure, it's cost reduction at a price. Oh no, I lose life. There's ways to gain that life back very easily in this color. Yeah, you have so many opportunities to gain that life back. You have so many opportunities to drain your opponents and just like, oh, you go down, I go up, and I'm doing this all for free, basically. Not infinite, but like near infinite mana with certain things as well, like certain abilities that do some crazy things. This is a commander that is one to be reckoned with, and it will be wrecking tables. And with that, this episode is coming to a close. Comment below with your thoughts on it. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.